What up, everybody? So, yet another Brawliseum. This is probably the last one I'm gonna do, because I've explored most of the things I want to explore, and also I'm out of gold. So, this is gonna be Dragon Shaman. This is pretty much the same list I started with in part 1 of Dragon Shaman, except I subbed out the Earthen Drakes for Static Shock. I really liked the run I went on with that list, but there was just the Earthen Drake wasn't cutting it. I tried a different list without Murden's Last Stand and switched some other things. That didn't work. Tried another list. Didn't quite work as well. So I'm going to go back to the original one, just minus the card, the specific card that didn't work so well. And I think Static Shock should be great because with Novice Zapper, it's a great turn 1 thing to counter early aggression. And on turn 4, it enables Winged Aberration immediately, which is great. And I'd love... the thing that seems to win me the most games with this list was going turn 4 Slither Drake into turn 5 Earth Elemental. That's a lot of power, very efficient, and then from there you can just do a variety of things. And as long as you're attacking early game, you've got tons of dragons, a lot of the normal stuff that's being played right now. And Whelp of the Infinite, also fantastic. That's something I took out, I think in the second and third iteration of this deck, just to test other cards and see how it went, and Whelp is fantastic. So let's give this a run and see how it does. I'm very excited for Cataclysm to hit standard. Should be out in a couple of days. By the time you guys are seeing this video, it might be like one more day. And of course, Death Knight is first. Death Knight is all over this Brawliseum. It's just insane. Okay. I'm tempted to keep both Broodmothers, but I think the odds are pretty high of drawing a dragon. The dragon count should be... it's either 12 or 14. I can't remember which. Ooh, Murden's Last Stand is not a good draw there. Okay, hopefully we draw lower cost things. But, most of the time, keeping Slither Drake is fantastic. I also thought about trying a version of this deck that was more high-end. So, basically having the minions really start around Slither Drake, Earth Elemental, Fire Elemental, just heavy stuff. And then playing for all time, the 4-mana spell that destroys all things that cost, or things with attack 4 or less. So it would leave pretty much all my big minions alone, and it would go after all the small stuff that you especially see with Death Knight, because, Death Knight's presence is pretty overwhelming in this. Ooh, alright, we got the curve. So, I think we chill for now. I'm thinking I go turn 3 Slither Drake off the coin, turn 4 do another, and turn 5 Earth Elemental. That's just insane power. And I don't think there's much they can really do about it. They may be able to overwhelm me with minions, but we will certainly see how likely that is. Interesting. I could have also gone Broodmother coin into Whelp of the Infinite that turn. But I think I'd rather try and get the game over sooner than later. Slither Drake is hard to answer by itself, but having another and an Earth Elemental is just nuts. And I really like how Earth Elemental shields your Slither Drakes, so sometimes people will attack the Slither Drake thinking that they'll get more attacks in next turn, or they'll do something else later, and then you just drop this in the way, and then they gotta start over. So, pretty powerful in my experience. And there's been plenty of games in Standard that I've won just by double Slither Drake alone. Mostly Dragon Warrior. Yeah, they're thinking real hard about what to do here. Okay, good. Alright, that's totally fine with me.
I have but little time.
Reach for the sky!
Yeah, that works. Let's just do another. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So now they can trade here. That's totally fine, but we're going to keep bashing face.
Death itself draws.
That's a big boy. Well, so let's deal the 1 damage here, get rid of that, and then get rid of this. I don't think they'll be able to get rid of this. They could have Asphyxiate. That is a pretty annoying card against me, but otherwise, I can't imagine a scenario where they're able to get rid of the Earth Elemental and get to the Slither Drake. And I'll have 4 mana next turn, so I can drop the Hornswogg. This guy's pretty awesome, actually. Oh, wow. That's, alright, that's pretty good. I'm still going to get him for 7 next turn, it looks like. As long as I can just keep making sizable attacks, I can usually overwhelm them. Wow. Well, I don't really want to, but now I feel like I have to attack this. That was a pretty lucky thing for them to get off their soldier. Yeah, I think we just Hornswogg here. What's up, artist? I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Doomsayer, wow. The craziest thing about marshmallows is that they aren't even that good for you. I used to think they were like a fruit when I was eating them around the campfire when I was young. Bro, you truly are an artist. Your brain works different. I appreciate that laugh. That was good. Yeah, that Doomsayer was pretty bad timing, but what you gonna do? Yeah, I should be able to overwhelm them, I believe, here, because the last stand is fantastic. Just a couple more attacks, and this will be worth the... Ooh, this will be worth the investment. And plus, Aberration, I think, should take out whatever they put out here next.
Reach for the skies.
Sure, okay. And they're really throwing all their resources at it. That's cool. Another Aberration. Okay, so I do know they play that Onyxia spell that deals 4 damage to all minions. So I do need to be conscious of that. Trying to think of what's going to matter the most here. I think doing this is okay. Sweet. Yeah, pretty good turn here. And if I can get a couple attacks in, then I'll drop this and pretty much be off and running.
Cooking up something special.
No more Doomsayer. Please, no Doomsayer. What is my favorite Michael Madsen film? Dude, that is a great question. I feel like you just went inside my brain and pulled out a question that was very relevant. So I'm a huge Tarantino fan. So the first thing that came to mind was Reservoir Dogs because he's very good in that. But, okay. Okay, honorable mention is Free Willy. Because I grew up with Michael Madsen as just that general dad figure. And then when I got older, I found him in Reservoir Dogs and stuff like that. I'd probably say Reservoir Dogs. Otherwise, kind of hard to say. Okay, hold up. I got to do math here. He's also good in Hateful Eight. So this is spell damage plus 2. If I drop that, I can do 5 damage there. That's 8, 12, plus 5 is 17.
Such choice.
I'm very close. Oy. Okay, let's do the attacks first. See if I can draw something good here. Broodmother and Shadow Informant. Let's see what that gives me. Come on, Lightning Bolt, something like that. Ah! Alright, Lightning Storm is fine, because then we can go like this. And this.
Leave none standing.
Alright. Yeah, Michael Madsen, very underrated actor in my opinion. I feel like he gets overshadowed by a lot of people. There it is. Alright. Another 4 damage. Dang. Okay, well at least both of those are out of the way. So let's see, I got 7 mana here. I think I got an Aberration again. Three brings me down to 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do this.
Feed my children.
Which one do we get? Ooh, spell damage again. That's good. Alright, trying to close in for the kill here. Ooh. Alright, that's not good. So I have Hex for that. And Shuffle Dragons, yeah. Okay, double Hex. So let's do this, this, and we'll throw this guy out there. Okay, it just got a little harder to win, but it is not impossible. Their hero power does put a clock on me, though. That's 5 damage a turn. Man, got so close.
Me have that for you.
Alright, that's not bad. I guess we gotta just keep their minions at bay. Let's put that there. Yeah, it's very possible to win this, but if they draw any of those legendary dragons they shuffled in, that'll be real bad, because they only cost 1, and it could be anything. Sure. At least they're taking 4 off of that. That's helpful. And they gotta think twice about whatever they play because of the Whelp of the Infinite. Man, they did really good though, because, yeah, double Slither Drake into Earth Elemental, into other stuff, and they came out. Oh, wow.
The treasures of time are mine for the taking.
It's full of coins is actually full of coins. Okay. 2 damage to a minion. I guess we're gonna do this. And I think we gotta hex this guy just to make sure. Yeah, and I think we're chilling otherwise. I thought about Static Shock for a second, because that would make it so that if I did that, like on this guy, then it would make it so that they couldn't get through this guy and attack my face, but I think it's worth holding it just in case there's something like a better target. Yeah, like it could have saved me about 5 life. Okay, that could be helpful here. Question is, do I want to wait for a different class or go for my own class? I think the shaman spells... Yeah, there are quite a few good shaman spells. Let's see. 6 to a minion. If it survives, draw 2 cards. Unlikely. 2 damage to all minions and get a static shock. This is actually not bad. That costs 3. That costs 3. I think I'm going to do this. Yeah, let's go like this and see what we get first. Also do that. Alright, fingers crossed. What do we get? No taunt minions. There's a lifesteal minion. That's good. Ooh, Lore Walker Show is not good, because now I can't play the... Oosh. But I have to. Son of a gun. Alright, let's do that. That gives them one, but I think it's okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think they just got me no matter what here. That sucks! Yeah, it was a risk doing this, I guess, but we'll see if they see it. Yeah, it looks like they do. Alright, starting off 0-1. Not the best, but that was a pretty close one. Yeah, but that is the boogeyman, Mr. Death Knight. The Lich Lord himself. Or the Lich King. Whatever you call him. Yeah, this deck does a lot better when I've got some early drops. If you can go Carrier Whelp into... if you can just basically hit the curve up through 5, it's incredible. I mean, I guess you could say that for every deck, but with this one, the power that starts around turn 3 or 4 is just baffling.
Lady Boss,
Of course, another Death Knight.
King.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting very sick of Death Knight.
Your time ends now.
I think it's reasonable to keep the Historian here. I go back and forth on whether Historian is playable or not, but I think it's a necessary evil in this format with all the dragons. So Coin Aberration means I can do that turn 3. That's pretty strong. a pretty good curve. Historian into Aberration with Wind Fury. I'm a little surprised they didn't have a 1-drop. A lot of these Death Knight decks are very aggressive from the jump.
I have but little time.
Are we doing something? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's totally fine. I will take that any day.
Once upon a time.
Alright, something good. Another Winged Aberration is awesome. Yeah, hard to argue with that. Man, they are really in the tank. Okay.
My acts of heroism cannot be contained!
All that thinking just for that. Yeah, I think I'm still going this. And that gives them... it's just a random legendary minion. Could be good, but we'll see. Interesting card, Blood Tap. Alright, so they're taking 10 damage this turn? Yes, please. And this will power up Last Stand even more. I like this a lot. Ooh, and it's every time a friendly character attacks. So whenever your hero attacks, it also works. I guess they make Static Shock a little bit more relevant.
Learn from your errors as I have.
Excuse me? Okay, that's pretty crazy. But thankfully I've got another Winged Aberration. So that'll take out both those minions. I'm trying to decide if I want a Novice Zapper or Static Shock. I think I'm going to Novice Zapper because then I have Static Shock available. 1, 2, that would be 3. No, you know what? So if I go Static Shock, my hero attacks, and then this will cost 1, so I can play that after the Aberration.
Such choices. Taste my sting.
So strong.
Time is short.
Great draws. That's fantastic. So now next turn I can go double Hornswog.
We primal dragon need no gift from the Titans.
That's a good card. Maybe I'll Hex and Hornswog. What are we doing, dude? You got no more mana left. This guy's like the king of slow play over here. So let's attack first since the frog will have taunt. Oh, I had overloaded mana crystals. Never mind. In that case, let's do this.
Soul is in me. You look tasty.
That's pretty good. I don't really want to, but I'm thinking maybe I Lightning Storm and Lightning Bolt that guy. That way they don't gain any more life. Because there's no other way to get around it without allowing them to gain more life. So I don't like it, but it's fine. That's 4. Okay, let's do this first. Hold up here. 4. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, look at that.
Time is short.
Your fate is twisted with ruin.
Leave none standing.
Yeah, sure. I can't imagine they can clear my entire board here. Seems so unlikely. I think normally I wouldn't throw both those guys out there, but... Ay, ay, ay. Alright, gain more life. That's really unfortunate. Okay, so... And Nomelia doesn't even kill him, so they're going to gain 14 life back up, but I think I got to do it. Gain your life. Alright, back to 11.
You can't escape it.
That guy's funny. I can't tell if he's good or not. That's one of the cards I actually thought about playing in this when I was thinking about doing like the for all time version. Yeah, I think they know they're just dead. Kaboom! Alright, 1 and 1. Let's see if I can get a matchup that's not Death Knight. That would be cool. Yeah, very interesting so far. Long games, too. Yeah, Death Knight just... Normally, you gotta grind them out, and it takes forever. Of course. Alright.
The Lich King!
Yeah, I don't know what Blizzard is thinking, because Death Knight is just annoying as hell.
Your time ends now.
Lightning Storm is pretty good against them, or potentially is, so I'm tempted to keep it. Yeah, we're gonna try it, because there are some Grave Strength decks out there that are very powerful. Ooh, good hand. Alright. Into a Broodmother? Come on now. That's incredible.
Me have that for you.
Wow, and Nether Spot. Okay. Let's do this.
Once upon a time.
Into another Broodmother? I like that a lot, actually. This guy's not bad. And it does give me a follow-up after Slither Drake. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, actually. As much as I love Broodmother, can't justify it.
The fallen will serve.
This clears that out. It makes it so I can't play Slither Drake next turn, but I can just go Broodmother and something else, which I think is fine.
Such choice.
And this guy is pretty annoying. That could be a problem as time goes on, so let's just nip it in the bud here.
None standing.
Gives them a couple corpses, which is a pretty good resource for them, but I think it should be fine. Yeah, the Necromancer's a very good card. And if they're playing that, it's very likely, yeah, if they're playing that and Living Paradox, they're definitely playing Grave Strength, so I gotta be very conscious of their board state. Paladin spell, huh? Alright, so let's do this.
My children.
And hopefully this will give me something like Consecration. Flight Maneuvers is not bad, actually. It's a very good card. Any of the Shatter cards are very powerful. And let's just make sure we watch this board state. They need 5 corpses to activate Grave Strength, so that is also another thing to watch. So they wouldn't do it like just with those 3 minions there. It would only give +1 attack, which isn't very good. Bygone Echoes is pretty good, though. Well, hello, sir. Yeah, this one is pretty bonkers to get here.
The storm is in me. You'll not harm them.
Alright, pretty good card, very annoying. Ooh, with Shadows of Yesterday. That's pretty good. Shadows of Yesterday is a phenomenal card. Ooh. Can't play. Oh, can't activate it though. Nice. That works out well.
The time ways are ours. For murder.
Alright, so the situation is definitely shifting, but if I play Slither Drake next turn, then Flight Maneuvers will be one spell, so I'll get 2 4/2 Drakes and give my minions +1/+1 and Divine Shield. Ooh, but there's the Grave Strength. Oh boy.
In my name.
Am I just dead? They've got 2 Wind Fury minions? Yeah, we're just dead. Well, can't do much about that. Yeah, Death Knight, pretty impressive. Played 3 in a row. And I've played my share of Death Knight in the Brawliseum, and it's a good deck, but there's a reason they keep banning cards in the Brawliseum for Death Knight. I think they started off with a couple cards banned, and then within the first day they had more cards banned. Second day, more cards banned. It's nuts. I wouldn't be surprised if they banned more, but we're already like, what, 3-4 days into it, and they've banned 5 or 6 cards, I think, something like that. Stitch Drake. What else? Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of them. Every time, oh, Frost Worm, Fury, plus whatever they had banned already.
I fight in the name of honor.
Your time ends now.
Alright, Paladin is nice to see. Finally get to play against something else. I'm sorry, what? That's an interesting choice. Whelp of the Infinite, great one to get.
The light dims, but we fight.
Huh. Yeah, that one's a little meh.
Taste my sting.
Present or future, there is no
Yeah, I'm not going to play this guy that turn because I want to be able to coin into Aberration next turn. Well then. What is this? Okay. My assumption would be that this is just an aggro paladin type of build. Just something playing Crusader Aura, probably playing the Shatter spell, I was just gonna say. Flight Maneuvers, I think it's called.
Reporting for duty.
Well, now that I know they have Flight Maneuvers, this is gonna be a little crazier.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, knowing they have Flight Maneuvers means I can't let minions live. Not this easily. And it's going to be combined probably this turn. Yup.
Defensive action engaged.
Alright, so all they got left is that flight maneuvers. I guess I could drop this guy, but then that takes away my availability for Nomelia next turn, so I'm going to chill here. I like that they're low on cards.
Calling for reinforcements.
Not a big fan of this guy, but I am open to be proven wrong. Okay, with that, it's a little better. 2 free spells is hard to argue with. Yeah, Nomelia seems fine here. Let's just clear this out. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, buddy.
Reporting for duty.
Let's get this nonsense out there. An interesting thing about this guy is whenever you play a card from the newest expansion, since Cataclysm hasn't come out yet, that means Timeways is the newest expansion.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. I guess that's fine. Yeah, plus that. Oh, yes, please. Ooh, even better.
The storm is in me.
We're gonna do that. Yeah, I don't really want to, but I feel like I should Lightning Strike. And then I can take out a couple minions. That also lets me play Hornswoggle this turn. So I can do this. And then this. Let's get rid of that. And we'll snap. Alright, pretty good turn.
Don't lose heart.
Reporting for duty.
This is your moment.
There we go. 2 and 2. All I ask is that I don't play against another Death Knight, please. Please. Yeah, it gets really old. I've played so many Death Knights. Yeah, like pretty much every run I play against at least one, but most of them, Death Knight is like half of the games I play. There are some that are just majority Death Knight.
versus King Crown.
Yeah, in my 13 Brawliseum runs, I played against Death Knight 29 times. It's just baffling. I'll make that 30. As much as I like Earth Elemental, I don't think I can justify keeping it here. I kind of want to throw this guy back too. Maybe I do this actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that, I think. Pretty good. Into a Portal Vanguard. Very nice.
The exit is this way.
Maze Guide means they're most likely a Grave Strength deck. Fun times.
Change is coming.
Spike Ridge Steed is not bad. Yeah, I think that should be annoying for them to deal with. Not sure if I want to get rid of this. I don't think it's worth a coin and a lightning bolt.
One more death can't hurt.
Okay. Draw your card.
Feed my children.
And the question is, what do I do next? Kind of think I should do this. There's a lot of potential for this guy to get out of hand. Yeah, I can't justify the static shot there. It's fine.
Everybody needs a casket.
Oh. I like Aberration, but I'm probably going to wait for them to do something else.
Step forth into the tideways.
You'll not harm them.
Yeah, Nomelia is a great draw.
Such choices.
Believe it or not, I think I'm going to do this. Is that the play?
Time is short.
And then that's going to make, what, a 2/6? Yeah. So it puts guys in the way, and it takes care of one of those, so I think I'm okay with that. Haha! Well, Lightning Strike just got better.
Leave none standing.
Sweet. I'm still a little concerned about how many cards are in their hand. There are many things they can do.
Everybody needs a casket.
Be right back. Gotta get some water. Alright. Not too bad, actually. I'm okay with that.
Such choices.
Indeed, choices. I'm not happy about having to possibly attack these guys with my aberration, but it seems necessary. It's definitely better than them choosing how to kill it.
Such choices.
Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to play Portal Vanguard in this list. It's just so hard to fit. Because Portal Vanguard makes the minions that are already very big even bigger. Like, you know, Earth Elemental, Prescient Slither Drake, Nomelia. A 6/6 Aberration is insane. Well, Chow Down is one hell of a card. The question is, do I Nomelia here? Because I could just throw up an Earth Elemental, but if they've got... Well, I guess Grave Strength they can't cast because they don't have the corpses for it. That would be 24...
Such choices.
28 damage plus this. Oh, that doesn't give me mana. I don't have another dragon.
Time is short.
Yeah, I think I got to. Well, they got the corpses now. Yeah, Shadows of Tomorrow is a baffling card in this format. It's incredibly good. Sure.
One more death can't hurt.
Oh, well this is bad, because now they do have the corpses for Grave Strength. And a Wind Fury minion, so this could be pretty bad here. Let's see if they got it.
Reach for the skies!
Doesn't seem like it. I'm hopeful.
Reach for the skies!
Ah, fine. Lightning Strike would be an incredible draw here. Please, please, please. That is not a Lightning Strike. I can, however, get rid of the
storm is in me.
Wind Fury guy. But yeah, once again, if they've got Grave Strength, pretty bad. Looks like they probably do. Yeah. Okay, fine. Looks like they can hit me for 20, so I'll be at 4. Lightning Strike would be an amazing draw still. What, you guys have something else? Oh, wow. Alright. Ah.
Impressive.
Okay. Well, that's the way it goes.
Feed my children.
You are
Alright, so 2 and 3.
this time.
Death Knight is oppressive as all hell. That's crazy. Yeah, maybe the for all time version of this deck is better. Being able to destroy all minions with 2 or less attack. Because it solves some of the problems with them setting up for Grave Strength. And that combined with Lightning Storm could be enough to hold them off so they don't actually have good enough board to play it. But this is a small card pool. Like, I played, just for funsies, I played Grave Strength style Death Knight in Standard, and it doesn't quite do as well as it does in this format because of the small card pool. Okay, this is a pretty good card, I think. Has a lot of potential. Alright, basic pack. But yeah, this is probably going to be my last Brawliseum. It's like my 13th one, I think. So I've definitely paid my dues here. And I've gotten a bunch of Cataclysm cards. I think I'm like 10-ish cards away from having the whole set. And I haven't been able to dust anything yet. So once I dust the extra copies that I've got, I'll probably be able to just assemble the whole set, and then we'll be off and running for Standard. I'm looking forward to that rotation. That's going to be nice. But it seems like Death Knight is going to be still the boogeyman in the metagame. They've got a lot of powerful cards. From what I can tell, Warrior's going to be pretty good. There's a lot of good cards in Cataclysm for Warrior, and Warrior also has one of the better Colossal minions. I think the top two, in my opinion at least, are Azshara, the Demon Hunter one, and Ragnaros, the Warrior one. The others have some potential, but nowhere near as good. They don't affect the board immediately the way that Ragnaros and Azshara do. Otherwise, yeah, my key takeaways from Cataclysm and playing the Brawliseum this many times is that the Colossal minions are not going to be as crazy and standard as people make them seem. I think we're going to see Demon Hunter and Warrior mainly, but other than that, there's going to be some interesting decks like Rogue gets a couple other tools. Daze should be interesting, as well as Stolen Power. Very powerful cards. Daze is the one that bounces a minion back to their hand, and then they can't play it next turn. And Stolen Power just gives them a random Shatter card. And Shatter cards, by the way, it's a random Shatter card that is already assembled. So they get a card that's going to be pretty powerful. So if you get flight maneuvers or anything like that, it's very good. Outside of that, I think we're gonna see a lot of change up in the standard format. Obviously with rotation, but they did some card changes. So Aura Paladin is not going to be as consistent anymore because of the Ursine Maul change. So it seems like Aura Paladin's going to exist, but it's going to take on different variations, I think. And it's not going to be that big boogeyman anymore, or at least not hold like a tier 1 spot in my opinion. We'll see. I mean, there could be some adjustments that make it better. But otherwise, I think Shaman has a good shot of being a good class. I think my top classes right now are Demon Hunter, Shaman, obviously Death Knight. Warrior, also very good. Paladin, I think, has a lot of potential. Their Colossal minion, not very good. So I think they got to make it up with synergy with other cards, which is very possible. There's a lot of good value cards in Paladin right now. And Acceleration Aura is a huge bump. I wouldn't be surprised if Druid starts, getting a little bit better, because it's been kind of hit or miss for the last standard season. And lastly, Control Priest is something on my radar. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a more traditional control deck in the Priest class. Things like Eternal Firebolt for all time, just some very normal control style cards. And I think that would be a good way to balance the metagame, because there's going to be aggro decks, there's going to be mid-range decks, but I think we need a control deck to kind of make it more of a rock, paper, scissors style meta, where, aggro beats control, mid-range beats aggro, control beats mid-range type of rock, paper, scissors thing. But it could go a lot of different ways, and for all I know, I'm completely wrong about this stuff, but it's all speculation and just based on my thoughts from the Brawliseums that I've played. So that's enough babbling from me. Thanks for watching, guys. Definitely check out the other Brawliseum videos, tons of them on there, and I am very ready for Cataclysm. I'll have lots of videos coming for you guys with as many experimental decks and things as I can. I'm going to really just start brewing as soon as I can and get some fun stuff out there. So it'll be a mixture of competitive and fun decks. I like to do a good mix because deck building is something I enjoy, but I do also like to make Legend and, do well in Standard. So there's that balance always. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace and love.